What would be your legacy? How will they define you when you die? Will they say, here lies a great man who fought for everything he believed, or here lies a woman who sacrificed for the greater good, or here lies a man who was lazy and made excuses, or here lies a woman who never wanted to do anything? So you define yourself. At the end of the day, you make choices, and choices are what define you. At the end of the day, when you look back at yourself, you will be defined by your choices and your decisions. Every man and every woman will be defined by the choices they make. So understand, don't make poor choices and make excuses, ultimately leading to the fact that you lose. When you're defined by your choices, you realize that you are your decisions. You can't point the finger at your past. It's not about the fact that your father wasn't there if your mother didn't teach you these things. It's still a choice. See, a drug addict can raise a doctor. A bum can raise an accountant. Because you're defined by your decisions. There is no puppeteer. You choose what you want to be. When you make those choices, you gotta live and die by what you choose. You can't make an excuse. You can't point the finger and ultimately not realizing that you are the decisions that you make. No one holds you back more than yourself. Tons of us get in our own way. We step in front of ourselves, not seeing that we're blocking ourselves from the next steps. You can't make steps if you're in your own way. Get out your own way. Get out your own mind. Get out your own feelings. And make a choice. Either I'ma choose to lose or I'ma choose to win. But either way, I'll be defined by my choices. So why not choose to be great? Most people won't realize that even if you choose to lose, you'll walk around with an excuse. But at least if you try, you can lose comfortably because you gave it your all. The worst loss in life is the person that never tried. The worst loss in life is the person that never even believed. Because before you can achieve it, you have to believe it. And if you don't believe it, you will never achieve it. Understand that if you make the right choices, your life will take you to the next levels. But if you make the wrong choices, you'll stop yourself from getting to the next levels. Today, I suggest you make choices for the better self, for the better good. Stop making excuses and learn to make the right choices. They say struggle creates character. So is a man defined by his character because of his struggles? I realized my struggles is what gave me my story. See, my story starts from hard moments and tough times in life when I didn't realize that these were the moments that was building me up to this very moment. Darkness followed me everywhere I seemed to go because everywhere I went, there was trouble. The darkness followed me like a plague, seeing every day that I was destined for the greater things, but yet and still I had to get past my darker moments. Darkness invaded my mind to the point where everything I thought about was negative because negativity plagued my thoughts. I thought so bad about life that I never value life, not realizing that every day is a blessing in life, but still I did not respect my blessings. I gave energy to all my darkest moments. My darkest moments kept becoming my hindrance to all of my results. My results are a reflection of my thoughts. My thoughts is a reflection of my actions. My actions became my results. As you see, the thought, that action, the results. I gave so much moments away to my inner self that I couldn't see that I was my own problem. The mental plague. Allowing your darkest days to be a continuous problem to every single day you go through. But you gotta walk to the light. You gotta realize that everything in life happens happens for you to become to these very moments. See, it's like coming to a fork in the road. You have to decide positivity or decide your negativity. See, life is fate based on decisions. And every day I chose to follow my darkness. So I look at the light now. No more darkness. Cause I'ma walk towards my blessings. I'ma be grateful for every day that I wake up. I'ma make the sacrifices necessary. I'ma change my thoughts. See, the darkness only plagues the mind if the mind is allowing the darkness to plague the mind. See, the mind can be held captive in a prison of your thoughts. Because the thoughts becomes the way you act, and your actions become the way you think, and the way you think, it leads to your results. A mental prisoner to the dark clouds, to my dark moments. As I laid in my room alone, looking at the four walls, staring at myself and listening to my inner thoughts, I realized at that moment was time for a change. I decided at that very moment to take my fate in my own hands. I decided at that very moment to make the necessary steps. I decided at that moment to hold myself accountable. I decided at that very moment to make greater changes. No more walking in the dark. I'm gonna walk towards the light. Because there's something about that light that keeps enticing my mind. See, the darkness is one who makes excuses. So the darkness is one who won't accept that every decision that they're making is poor. The darkness is the person that's blaming the world other than themselves. Because what we do is we put a blindfold over ourselves, not seeing our own actions that are only putting us further and further into the darkness. As a man thinketh, so will he be. As a woman thinketh, so will she be. So understand, that dark mind is only clouded because of the fact that you keep being led by the darkness. So I suggest you walk into the light and learn to accept the fact that everything starts, ends, and begins with you. There was times that people would tell me to wait on my dreams and not anticipate me chasing my goals and my aspirations. We always say wait. But the question is, what are we waiting for? We waiting for someone to take the spot that we want. You have to chase your dreams. You can't wait for things to happen. Overly anticipating for things just to happen. See, you gotta go out and get it. It's too many times that we sit down every day waiting for things to happen for us. I don't believe in waiting. You have to just go out and do it. Wait, what am I waiting for is the question. You waiting for someone to just open up the doors when you can open up the doors yourself. And the front door's closed at times, but there's always a back door. There is always a back door. But yet and still, we wait for people to open doors for us. Opportunities. Opportunities are meant to be seized. Opportunities are meant to be taken. But yet and still, we wait. We wait for things to happen. And when the things never happen, we get upset. We get upset because things don't happen to those who wait for things to happen. Things happen for those who are outside making it happen. But let me guess. We're gonna wait. We're gonna keep waiting until nothing happens. And the years just keep passing you by. And as the years keep passing you by, your dream starts to fade. It starts to die. Because your mind will ultimately give up because of the fact that things are not happening on the time we want it to happen. See, this is the problem. We set a date and a time for the moment we want something. And when this something don't happen, we get upset. And when we get upset, we quit. And when we quit, we give up on our dreams, our aspirations, our goals, and then we envy the ones who chase them. That's the problem. But let me guess. We gonna wait and keep waiting. Aging away from our dreams. Aging away from the goal. See, waiting has never paid a bill, but yet and still people keep waiting for the greatest things to come when they're not making the sacrifices to get to the levels they want. But let me guess. You're gonna keep waiting. And as you wait, nothing will happen. You have to take life by the horns. You have to get up every day and chase your dreams and not wait for things to happen. See, you live in the past and not the now. The now is what's gonna get you to tomorrow, to the results. The now is what's gonna push you and catapult you to success. The now is everything, but yet and still we believe the past is what matters the most. It's the now. And by not living in your now, you're gonna fail and not see that your waiting is what's killing you. It's the waiting. The waiting game for success. Stop waiting things to happen and start making things happen. If you continuously wait, nothing is gonna happen, because nothing will ever come to those who wait. When you continuously wait, you're giving yourself a reason to fail. And failure is a choice, because nothing plus nothing will always equal nothing. But if you keep trying to change your results by doing nothing, nothing will come of it. See, the problem is you play the waiting game. And as you wait for things to happen, nothing comes fruition. You gotta sacrifice. You gotta make a conscious decision to say that no matter what my life is today, tomorrow I can change it. By doing what I gotta do now. Live in the now. Stop living in the past. The past has killed us for so long that we don't see that as long as you live in the past, you will always have the results. Change your address from your past till today and move forward. And understand that you have to stop waiting for things to happen and go make it happen. Because nothing will come from doing nothing. You can believe all you want. If you're not putting in that work, you ain't gonna get nothing. So I suggest you stop waiting and go make it happen. Is loving you worth me losing myself?
Boss Dre.
Sometimes we love so much that we lose a part of us as we keep giving to others. Is that love? See, love is about compromising, but love is not about you willing to lose yourself. At moments I stared in the self and I recognized myself, not seeing who I vividly could not see who I was. Because I kept giving to you. The more I loved you, the more I less loved myself. Because I kept giving to you. See, they say love hurts at times, but this is a different hurt. This love hurts too much. It made me want to keep quitting. Seeing the pain ultimately made me realize that I had to walk away. See, walking away is not because I don't love you, it's because I learned how to love me. See, sometimes love is not always about putting the other person first. But in order to love someone, you have to learn to love you. And I couldn't love you because I couldn't love me. I gave my all. I gave my soul. I gave my spirit. But when I look back, I lost myself. So I ask, is it worth losing you in order to make someone else happy? Is it worth losing you in order to make someone feel complete? Is it worth losing you in order to make someone happy? And I realized that tears came from my eyes as I cried. Pain, realizing that I had to walk away. I didn't walk away because I didn't love you. I walked away because I learned to love me. No more sitting in my room, lonely nights, worrying about you. Ultimately losing me. See, we look at the fact that things end and we complain about the fact that things come to an end, but not seeing that things have to end because every beginning has an ending. So as it began with us, it had to end with us. You know, I had to learn how to trust and learn to love oneself again. Sometimes we give too much in relationships to the point where we lose our identity, not seeing who we are. So even when we look at our identification, we don't even recognize ourselves. In the mirror, I don't know who I'm talking to anymore. When I see myself, I don't even recognize myself. I gave my all. I gave me, ultimately losing me for you. So at that moment, I decided to walk away because I realized at that moment, I got so comfortable. I wasn't even happy anymore. I was comfortable. And comfortable can make you feel like you're happy when you're not even happy. I was comfortable. I realized that I needed to walk away so I can find myself. I needed to walk away so I can become happy again. I needed to walk away because I wasn't real with myself. And that was the problem. I lost me. The lost and found with oneself. I lost myself so much that I didn't even like who I became. I became everything you wanted me to become, not realizing that humans are made to be who they are, and love is about accepting. And the Bible says that love does not impose its own will. The word impose says force, and I was forced to be everything you wanted me to be. But it was never about what made me happy. was always about you. The more I realized that everything was about you, the more I lost me. So now I found myself walking alone. And I only walked away because it was the best choice for me. I didn't walk away because I didn't love you. I walked away because it was the right thing to do. Ultimately finding myself. The more you satisfy others, the more you lose you. So for me to find me, then I guess I gotta walk away. I was once told that the truth shall set you free. But I noticed I was reluctant to hear it because I always wanted to hear the lies. The truth can be a lie for the ears that want to hear it to satisfy its mind. Honesty should be the first chapter of one's life. And your life should be created by the honesty. The more you tell yourself the lie, the more your mind will believe it. And the fact that you believe it, you ultimately set your destination to this thing called the lie. And now you arrived. And when you arrive to the destination, your mind continuously believing your false fairy tale that you've created. And the destination is what you get lost because you keep asking for directions from people who don't have directions. And the directions that you're getting is ultimately gonna take you to the wrong destinations. See, sometimes in life, we're tested. Not to show us our weakness, but to discover our strengths. The truth. You're not the best at nothing until you lose it all, watch everything fall apart, stand up, hold your head up high, grind, take a chance and get it all back. And that's success. See, we look for new partners, but you'll never replace the fact that you need to work on oneself. That's the truth. It's not the world, it's you and your perception of how you perceive it. Now that's the truth. Notice it. The more I work on me, the easier life becomes. Because it was my fault the whole time. The way someone treats me is because I allowed it. The way someone speaks to me because I never spoke up for myself. And the problem is, you become a victim of oneself because we victimize ourselves by allowing certain behaviors. The truth shall set you free as long as you allow it. But if you seek refuge from the truth, you ultimately seek the lie. Because the mind is like a computer. It will download a lie and ultimately give you a virus to your mind, which will be the truth, but ultimately really a lie. The person who fears no truth has nothing to fear about a lie, because an honest mind can be affected by a lie, and that's the truth. Emotionally dying from my inner thoughts of failure, and seeing who I truly am. I gotta stop letting myself be the victim. I've noticed that I've become the victim, unwilling to open my eyes and see my own greatness, a greatness that I'm so reluctant to see. Wake up to the dreams that I once had as a child. This child that's still sleeping in a slumber of my thoughts, fearful to challenge myself to see the greatness I can become. Allow your thoughts to lead you on a path of success that we are evasive of embracing. Wake up. The person you may have lost, the belief that that person still exists, the dreamer that's fearful of dreaming. Eliminate the disbelief, eliminate the second guessing, eliminate the self-doubt, eliminate the fear of the unknown. Wake up your peace, wake up your joy, wake up your life, wake up yourself helplessly. Allow yourself to believe that flying is still possible. The child that had no fear of flying. The mind will never go to levels if you don't allow yourself to believe. You have to believe. Create the dreams in your mind into your realities of today. Complete your goals, complete your thoughts, complete your task, complete your life's missions. Wake up and embrace life journeys by embarking on what's to come. Open your eyes and envision yourself flying, soaring to new heights, new levels, new success. Stop sleeping on yourself with the dreams of doubt and the nightmares of unsuccess. See, the eyes may be open, but the mind can still be asleep. In a slumber, a deep sleep that you have allowed ourselves to fall into. The coma, called self-doubt. Because there's a difference between being awake and alive. You could be alive but still not wake. There's a difference of being alive and awake. Most people that are awake are still not alive because they're not living. You must multiply your dreams, multiply your goals, multiply your aspirations by subtracting your fears, subtracting your regrets, and subtracting your failures. When dividing your mind between reality and the fairy tale world, you must learn the difference. By adding faith, by adding belief, by adding trust, by adding hope, that will equal success, that will equal happiness, that will equal freedom. That will ultimately wake up your mind, that'll wake up your body, that'll wake up your soul, the constant slumber. We must not embark on and learn that you must wake up. Reflections. A lot of strength that you see is hidden by the fact that most people hide their insecurities. I had to heal. Past traumas got me unfocused, learning that healing is not an overnight process. It's a daily cleansing of pain that we must keep going through. See, you survived the abuse. Now it's time for you to survive the recovery. It's the recovery that we must identify. See, it's not the person refusing to let go of their past, but it seems like the past is refusing to let go of you. And it's you that the battle is about. Never identifying that the problem is the isolated mind. See, the mind is isolated, so the problems is within. Repeated traumas that requires you to run away from it. And I've noticed, I've been running my whole life from the constant trauma, and the trauma is keeping me preserved to my today. See, most people act like these things don't exist, like we can kick it under the rug, like these problems never happen. See, a lot of us suffer from trauma, and the trauma is affecting our todays. I realized that I was always nervous to ask for help. See, help has become the weakness and the catalyst for if you're weak. You can't speak when things are wrong because you're measured by your strength, by showing you're strong when you're not strong. Most fear being allowed to speak up. So we hide our problems and we isolate our minds and we get stuck. A lot of people are stuck in their own thoughts, scared to speak because they know that most people think that they're weak. Strength is not measured in the fact that you hold back how you feel. Expressing how you feel actually shows your strength. When a person speaks up, that's when you know that they're true to who they are. But we taught the opposite, and it builds trauma. And then we negate the fact that a person feels vulnerable by speaking up. See, vulnerability is a metric of strength. You're not weak when you allow yourself to be vulnerable. You're actually strong. It's the trauma that affects us. See, from our childhood years till our adult years, a lot of people still haven't gotten over moments in their lives that still exist. See, you may act like everything is okay, but ultimately, the memories of the trauma made permanent reservations in your mind. You must see, you can't patch a wounded soul with a Band-Aid. See, the problem is, we put Band-Aids on permanent scars. And these permanent scars reign transparent through the rest of our lives. See, it's the trauma that we ignore as if it never existed. But in reality, the deepest wounds is the wounds you can't see. The strongest pain is the one that's the hardest to heal from. It's trauma. A fight with oneself. but never embracing that. Sometimes in life you have to forgive yourself. Most people never forgive themselves because they constantly reminding themselves of what they used to do and not seeing what they're doing now. Is embracing challenges with change. You can't keep talking about the fact that you failed so many times. But failure is a part of success. When you learn that when you fail up. Sometimes you keep thinking you're falling down, but in reality you're failing up. Embrace the failure and forgive yourself. I failed, but I learned. I hurt, but I healed. I fell down, but I grew. Watching people laugh at me, but realizing that he who laughs last always laughs the best. They laughed at me, but I had to realize that I had to believe in me. Stop looking for acceptance from the others when I realized that I wasn't accepting myself because I kept looking for acceptance. I had to forgive myself. Hopefully looking for someone to embrace me when I didn't even embrace myself. I wanted them to love me, but I didn't even love me. When you don't love yourself, you look for love from others, but you gotta learn to love you. Forgive you. And grow from the fact that everything you've been through is a part of your story. The chapters in your book is not the ending. When you realize that the last day is the day you go, and as long as you got breath, it's time to change. You gotta forgive you. And stop looking back to what you used to do and embrace the new you. We keep talking about what was, but we're not seeing what is because we keep talking about what was. Forgive me. I'm no longer gonna put myself through what I put myself through. It takes time to learn and to grow from everything you've been through. But the things you've been through don't mean the things you have to stay through. You can grow up in the hood, but you don't have to stay in the hood. I'm walking away from the old chapters of my life. I'm writing new ones. I'm ready to go on with my life. Nobody's gonna stop me but myself. I forgive me. I'm ready to do more. When others can't accept me, I accept me. I look in the mirror, I love what I see. I'm no longer upset. I'm no longer angry. I'm no longer mad. A victim of circumstances. But my circumstances don't have to be the end of my life. I realized that it was meant for me to go through this so I can become who I am today. When you learn to embrace who you are today, you'll start seeing why you went through what you've gone through. I'm no longer mad. I love who I am. And today, I've learned to forgive myself. I love me.
This call will be recorded and monitored. I have a collect call from
Quentin Brown.
an inmate at Federal Detention Facility.
Hello? Hello? Mama, I just want to say I'm here with many regrets. You know, I used to think that every time you used to tell me this was going to happen to me, I didn't believe it could be me until this moment. You know, every time you spoke to me, the words didn't resonate. But now I'm sitting behind these four walls. Everything I'm hearing your voice. It's all coming back. I just want to say sorry. Sorry for the times I didn't pay attention to the words you say. You know, you always looked out for my best interest, but I never believed that this could be me. As I shed tears. But I realized at this moment I have to be a soldier. Because one thing I will admit, you created a soldier, a warrior, one who's not fearful. But them tough times, you showed me that you were stronger than me. Because I took the easy way out. You never showed me that you're supposed to give up and take the easy way. But I chose the easy way. A single mother of 6 kids who worked every day, sacrificed for us. And I was ungrateful. I just want you to know that I'm sorry. Sorry for the times I never ever decided to walk in your footsteps. But you made some big shoes to fill and I couldn't fill them shoes, so I took the easy way. So as I sit in my cell and stare at these 4 walls, I just want to tell you that I'm sorry. Sorry for the moments that I let you down. Sorry for the moments that I took the easy way out. Sorry for the moments that I made excuses. Sorry for everything that I decided to make choices on. You never ever gave up on me. That was the true strength. You showed me that you're the strongest person I know. I just want to tell you that I'm sorry. Never realizing that real men don't run and make these poor choices, putting their family in these oppressed situations. But I oppress myself.
1 minute remaining.
I blame the world. I was never raised like this. I made the decision to be here. It wasn't you. And I just want you to know I'm grateful for the fact that you ain't giving up on me. As I do this bid, I'm happy that you're here with me. Continuously every day, challenging myself to be a better person. Not just push-ups, sit-ups, and dips, but more so mentally reading and advancing my mind to be a greater person. Dark thoughts of a clouded mind. See, as I sat in this cell, I realized that this ain't meant for me. And I'll never do this to myself ever again. My mama raised me better than this. This is a temporary setback for a major comeback. The day they release me, they're gonna release a king. Because my mama raised me to be a king. So mama, I just want you to know that I'm sorry for putting you through this embarrassing situation. But this moment is not gonna break me. It's actually gonna make me. Because I'm coming back a new man. Because mama, I'm sorry.
Goodbye.
I've been prepared for this moment. I sacrificed for a long time. It's been a long grind to get to where I'm at today. Nothing came easy, but it was worth the sacrifices. Life told me to stop crying before it gives me something to cry about. My palms sweating. My ambition has my body soaking. My mother said a closed mouth don't get fed, so I walk with my mouth open, heads high. Preparation is what it took me to get here. No one gave me nothing, so I sacrificed to take everything I want. Notice, you have to be in the race to win the election. And most people can't stand to look in the mirror because they're intimidated by their own reflection. A reflection that shows you who you truly are. But I prepared for this moment. I made sacrifices for this moment. I grinded for this moment. I hustled for this moment. Everything came to this very moment. See, the moments when we don't monetize or capitalize on, we say trust the process. And there's no process when you're not putting in work. Every day, I hustle for where I am at today. I make great commitments to make myself a better person. Individually, I challenge myself. But most fear the challenge. But the challenges will show you what levels you at. We don't like levels. We don't like steps. We want to skip them things called the steps. See, it's the ladder syndrome. You want to wake up at the top, but it takes you starting at the bottom to get to the top. How you gonna get to the top if you fear the bottom? See, the bottom is to teach you the lessons so you're prepared to be at the top. The microwave generation. Everyone wants to wake up successful, but they don't want to put in pain, the fear of the unknown. But most will never know how great they can become because they're scared of challenging themselves to be their better selves. Fear, a distressed emotion, aroused by impeding danger, evil or pain, whether the threat is real or imagined, the feeling or condition of being afraid. Most fear to be afraid, but afraid is normal for the ones who seek in becoming their better self. When chasing your better self, it will be moments when you start second-guessing yourself. What is a race without no contestants? What is a life without no struggle? What is a night without enjoying the day? How would you know what love feels like if you've never been hurt? How would you know what rich feel like if you've never been broke? A great book or a great movie has to have a great ending. And the ending of your life is a choice that you have to make if it's great or if it's not great. Your greatest stories come from your greatest struggles. But the struggle is what creates your character. And the character is created by your struggles. See, I was made for this moment. I was prepared for this moment. I'm built for this moment. And I'm gonna take advantage of this moment by living in the moment. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. But your performance is poor because you're not preparing yourself for this very moment. Live in your moments. Prepare yourself for the greatness that you can become. Triumph over my failures. Conquered my losses. No more sitting back waiting for things to happen. I'm taking my life in my own hands. Conquering. Realizing that my mindset is how I think, which leads to the results that I have. Knowing that every day I have to fight my inner self. There's a little voice, not mine, that we listen to. and we allow this voice to talk us out of doing anything great. That little voice tells you that you aren't ready, or you shouldn't do, or you're not enough for what you think you are enough for. And you believe it. Because that mind is ultimately gonna subside to what you keep telling it. And the more you tell your mind it, the more your mind believes it. And what happens ultimately is you give up. The conqueror. The conqueror is one who forces his mind to believe what he wants. The conqueror. The conqueror is the one who say, there's no more excuses. The conqueror. The conqueror is the one who breaks generational curse. That's the conquerors. I came to win. I didn't come to play no more. I came to take back everything I feel like I deserve. I'm choosing to take on my own path. No more looking around the corners and worrying. I'm walking straight into everything, going after my beliefs, my dreams. My ultimate sacrifice is gonna lead me to the results I want. I'm a warrior. I stand here on the front line with my shield and my sword, ready to fight anything that's coming to stop me from getting to where I wanna be. I'm not gonna allow myself to cry about what I didn't or did do yesterday, when today's a new day, when God gave me another day to conquer. I'm choosing to take everything that I need. The one who stands on the front line, not evasive of the problems, but going towards it. The one who came to break every generational curse my family has ever endured. The one who's willing to fight for everything he believes. The one who doesn't make no more excuses. The one who's choosing to be great, ultimately leading me to the results that I want. The person who is evasive of responsibilities will never be great. They say the king is the one who's willing to take on responsibilities, and this king is willing to do it. The queen is the one who takes on responsibilities. So I ask you, kings and queens, are you willing to go after your dreams? Are you willing to sacrifice the person you used to be so you could be the new you? Are you willing to conquer? Are you gonna quit and go to your grave wishing you would have made better choices? Continuing to carry your family's legacy to the grave of unsuccess. So queen, I ask, are you willing to? King, I ask you too. Are you willing to? Because I came to conquer. I don't know about you. Because I am the one. Humbled, but always thankful. Knowing that things could be either better or worse, but I'm blessed that things are better. Seeing the storms that one must go through in order to acquire certain levels in life. Humbled, but thankful for the times that I realized that I had to go through in order for me to enjoy the fruits of my labors. Grateful for the greater days that are to come, but also enjoying the days that weren't so good. Because this is a part of the test and this is a part of the story. We turn the chapters in our life and we don't understand that there has a beginning, a middle, and an end, but understanding you have to go through the beginning so you can enjoy the ending. Humbled by the adversities in life, but not being evasive of it. Enjoying every day as if it's a blessing no matter what the circumstances may be. Take a deep breath and smell today and realize that you're blessed to see it, because many people wish they could. As we embark on life and we go through all of these days, we see that we lose people. The hardest thing in life is losing people you love, because the people you love, you have to know that they're going to a better place. But it's still hard to accept. But humble, being grateful, saying the words, thank you from my lips consistently. Thanking God for another day, that I'm happy to be blessed. Many people wish they could trade places with the most unprominent people, but yet and still the most prominent people tend to be the most ungrateful people, because they're not thankful for the things that they have. I want to say thank you for the new day. Thank you for the family that support me, whether they're blood or not blood. Thank you for the moments in life that I second guess myself, but you were still there. Thank you for the whole story in my journey. Thank you for the humble beginnings. Thank you for the lessons that you had me go through in order to become who I am today. Thank you for the moments that I second-guessed you, but you forgave me. Thank you for the fact that I didn't love myself, but you loved me. Thank you for everything. Thank you. And I just want you to know, God, I'm grateful. And I just want to say thank you.